here first. Bitcoin is going to zero. Zero. When it comes out, zero.
Hello guys, welcome again to other live stream. Today I am a little bit late because finally I fixed the problem with my connection. I actually replaced the router. So right now it looks like everything is working. So let's talk about Bitcoin. We have a new weekly close, and as I said, in the short term, actually I posted a video, right? And the technical analysis actually was a bounce, yes, and now it's happening as you can see here. Actually, the first bounce was this one. Actually, right now we have a second bounce. Bitcoin actually is in the short term is looks like is wants to break this the sideways. Maybe yes, but even if we see a break right now, it's gonna be a sell, and the reason is very simple. Well, let me show you. First of all, in the short term this time is 4-hour chart. Well, here, if you ask me to buy, no thank you. Actually, the projection in 4-hour chart is from this point and actually this point around this area. Not exact, but if Bitcoin breaks the MA55 in 4-hour chart, the extension should be around 20k. Around here, that is the area, and for me, it's gonna be a very good short opportunity around this area. And the reason is simple, is because if we see the chart, the MA21, well, where is MA21? At 20k. So keep in mind here, like potentially we are gonna see a buy signal maybe this week for Bitcoin, and also the OBB is holding this area as you can see here. And usually when you see the first test, you will see a bounce. But as I said before, even with this bounce for Bitcoin, I mean, it's gonna be a sell. I'm sorry for saying this, but it's gonna be a sell. The projection after, if we see the DX negative here and also the buy signal in 1-day chart, something like this, well, you can expect maybe around $20,000, $20,500. This area is gonna be a massive resistance around here. So, well, if you want to buy here, good luck, because this is gonna be to the downside. Okay, so in 1-day chart, as I said before, not yet. We don't have a buy signal. So we have to at least in my system. You're following my system trading. Of course, I am looking for longs here. Actually, I was in long position. I closed my position around here. The first try, I got stopped here, and finally I took profits. I was here and I just closed my position here. If Bitcoin is going to the moon right now, I don't care, honestly, because as I said before, I am following rules, right? I'm following rules. Well, you're a trader, you have to follow rules. Now, let's talk about the 12-hour chart. The 12-hour chart, the time is over, technically speaking, as you can see here. The next maybe 2 days maximum here, you will see the sell line tested here. So maybe a bounce to 20k around there, but there is no time for a major bounce, I would say. So the game is very simple. Usually when you see the last week of the month, well, this is the last week of the month, right? So you will see sideways choppy market here. And honestly, I am not expecting a big move. I mean, at least not this week. And that is very sad. You know why? Well, let's talk about the macro timeframes. Right now, in short term, my projection is to the upside. Maximum 20k is going to be the area. And for me, it could be a very nice area to short. Yeah. So let's continue and let's talk about the 5-day chart, because 5-day chart is very clear with this. Now it's looking better, right? In 4-hour chart, whatever, right? But here, technically speaking, yes, you can say this is the bottom. Potentially, you are right. Maybe yes, but this chart is very clear, and I am following just my seasonal trading. This, my friend, this is just a sell. Okay, MA55 breaking. OBB breaking the MA55 in 5-day chart. Well, just is not, I'm not saying it's gonna happen today, of course, because it's 5-day chart. So Bitcoin could be here very easy in sideways, after maybe 1 week. Fair enough. And after that, you will see resolution to the upside, to the downside. Also, curve is increasing. I mean, the slope is negative here, so there is no time. If you are thinking, I mean, at least if you are following my seasonal trading here, for me, is not. This is not the bottom. Even we could see a bounce here. I mean, find the chart if you want, but as long as Bitcoin is not closing about, I would say, you really want to see something healthy, 24k. Yeah, 24k. and there is a very low probability to see Bitcoin above 24K in just a few days. I don't think so. I think this bounce here you will see, potentially we'll see, as I said before, because we on one day chart, eventually it's gonna be a sell opportunity. And the last sell here, the last short, why? Because the next move is gonna be finally the real one I am waiting for, and I am looking for right now for 16K is gonna be the first target, and well, in some point maybe in October, November, I am looking for maybe 10K. I don't know, maybe it's not a popular opinion. Right now, it's very simple, right? When Bitcoin is here, newbies, they are calling 10K, 5K. When the price is here, newbies, they are calling for reversal, right? Emotions are like that. That's why I don't follow that kind of things. So technical analysis, that's why for me is doesn't matter what what you are believing right now. Technical analysis, well, you follow the rules, you have a system, you follow the rules and follow the system. Right now here, as I said before, in short term, we could see a bounce. Yes. It could be a very good short opportunity, of course, for me, right? For me. As I said before, a 1 week left for monthly is very bad. Now, let's talk about the new close in weekly chart. As you can see here, well, Bitcoin in OBB actually is breaking the previous low. Actually, with this close, broke the previous low in August 22. So what is this telling me? Well, diesel pressure here, diesel pressure actually is real, yeah. And also, as you can see here, 20K is gonna be the resistance for many months. Actually, this area in the middle of the range. You can imagine. Let me do it very simple. In one day chart is gonna be very easy for us to identify. Yeah, this is the top of the range. Yeah, this is the bottom of the range. And as you can see here, this is the middle of the range. Okay, so if we go to the weekly chart, we are gonna see what the middle of the range here for a long time, $20,000, 500, 600 was a major support. We have here, major bounce to 24, and after that, Bitcoin was like 1 week trying to support to hold this area, and Bitcoin got rejected by this area. This area, as long as Bitcoin is below this area, around 21, maximum 21, but actually around $20,500 around there. Well, as long as Bitcoin is below there, I am expecting another 35, 40% move. In this case, the trend is your friend, and the trend is to the downside. As you can see here, when this close, following this, now the forecast actually, the slope change. So is if Bitcoin just stay more time here, maybe 1 week or two, eventually you will see finally something like 5-day chart, right? Bitcoin testing the seller line here, and after that, breaking down. Okay, so short, of course not. I'm not talking about shorts. I'm talking about continuation. Right now, I know many traders, and fair enough, actually. I agree with them. Like they are looking for this potential bounce here, A, B, C pattern, right? A, B, and C. The problem with this is like, well, let me show you something. In weekly chart, if I show you the exponential moving average, actually the moving average 200. Yeah. Of course, this is not part of my system. Just I want to show you what other traders they are looking for, because in the past actually it was working fine. They were acting as very good, like the bottom, right? They were saying the bottom is in. Okay. What happened with this? Well, for 2 months, Bitcoin 1 month, actually here 1 month, was testing the MA 200, moving average 200. In the past, this moving average was acting, actually was acting in weekly chart as potential, actually the bottom, you see, here, here, and here. And also, when you see the market is very strong, well, how many times you see this area tested? Just maybe a couple of weeks, as you can see here. Maybe 1 month maximum here, and here 1, 2 tests, and after that here just 1 week. And here, this is not healthy, right? We have more than 3 months of price action below, and actually let me see, August, September, almost 3 months, August, September, 2 months below the moving average 200. So Also, and the last thing here is the moving average. Remember, I don't trade moving average like the death cross, the golden cross, of course not. That thing is very bad actually in real life. So pay attention here. We have here, yeah, the moving average 100 and the MI55. Yeah. Watch the price on what is doing the price action. Well, let me show you here. When we had the death cross here, well, in the previous bottom, right, bottom of the market, we have here, but Bitcoin was testing this area, remember? Bitcoin was testing this area and actually was a beautiful bear trap in the higher time frames. And here, what happened in 2015? Bitcoin, when you see we saw the death cross here. Well, after that, what happened? Bitcoin was pumping very hard and tested this, and after it got rejected. But right now, what is happening? Well, we have the same setup here, but instead, Bitcoin should be here, right? Right now. Right now should be here. But it's not happening. And ask to yourself why. The only reason is because higher time frames, they are not healthy anymore. And also, let me show you something. For first time, we are gonna have this setup. Yeah. Every time when you see the moving average MA21, yeah, and the moving average 200 very close, very, very close, it was a beautiful bear trap, as you can see here. And also here, very close, you see, the distance between the moving average 200 and the MA21, very close, beautiful bear trap, right? And here, what is happening here? Well, for first time in the history of this asset, I am not saying, please don't get me wrong. I'm not trading bears or bargains. No, I am telling you about momentum. Momentum is very different, right? In the next close, we are gonna have, well, the moving average is gonna start trading below the exponential, the moving average 200. So don't pay attention about the death cross. No. Watch the momentum. If actually this is the bottom for Bitcoin, Bitcoin should be around here. This should be a bear trap right now. The bear trap must happen actually this week. I mean, if this is a bear trap, I want to see Bitcoin above 24K. Why 24K? Because if Bitcoin moves to this week to 24K, yes, I can tell you this is going to be a bear trap. And after that, maybe next year, we are going to see Bitcoin at 44K, whatever, right? So, but as you can see here, the momentum is very different. This time, Bitcoin is doing something like no one is expecting, and especially moon boys out there and people without experience, like it's actually 90% of all the crypto traders, and also include myself. Why? Because what Bitcoin is gonna do in a recession? Yeah, because I am expecting. Well, we're gonna talk about it in a few moments. There is a beautiful setup showing up in the stock market. Like if my technical analysis is correct, we will see the second part of the Big Short of the movie very soon. Okay, so the question is what Bitcoin is gonna do, and as you can see here, based on the facts, Bitcoin is not following the same patterns as before in 2018 and 2015. So just think about it, right? Remember, in this channel, we are realistic, okay? No FOMO, no BS, not like, oh, Bitcoin is going to crash. No. But let me, if I see 2 months ago, I told you, technically speaking, yeah, $18,000 should be the bottom. Yes. Yeah. So, but time is different. Time is very important. After 3 months, this is not healthy anymore. Also, closing candles below $20,000 is not healthy at all. So that's why I'm looking for, well, eventually continuation to the downside. Okay, in 1 day time frame, maybe we will see out the last bounce, but it's not gonna be enough. Now let's talk about well, it's 1 week left. 1 week left makes sense right now for me. Start talking about the monthly close, and the game is very, very simple in the monthly. Yeah, very obvious price action for me. Maybe, I mean, well, for me it's very obvious. Any close below, you want to see reversal in monthly, you need to see Bitcoin above 24K. Okay. Second thing here, for first time in the history, well, first of all, Bitcoin broke the MI55, close below the MA55, got rejected by MA55 again, and after that is closing below where? 20K. You see the body of the candle here is 20K. Any close like this, yeah. I mean, doesn't have Bitcoin doesn't have to break this month the previous low, but any close like this, get ready because this is looking like as rejection, and also it's gonna be continuation. The first target in the short term, well, in the monthly, I mean next month in October, could be around $16,600. That is gonna be the area. Yeah, that is the first area I'm gonna start looking for. Potential bounce, maybe yes. Technically speaking, it could be the bottom. I don't think so. Why? Because, well, if we follow price action, what I said many times to you, many times, every time when you see green candles like this is because there is no resistance. In this case, when Bitcoin was in 2020, pumping like a crazy, yeah, to 60K, this is not resistance. So this area, as you can see here, we don't have anything here. You see the wicks are resistant? Of course not. The body of the candles are resistant. So around here, this area should be the next area. So that what I'm trying to say? Well, if Bitcoin is testing 16K, breaking new lows, I am making new lows. I am looking for finally a real panic in the markets. If you want to know about this, more about psychology of trading, I suggest you can listen to my podcast. Actually, I released the last episode today. The latest is about the outlook of Bitcoin and why, from psychology perspective, I am looking for a potential scenario like no one is expecting. What it could happen, because based on the facts, there's a very real chance we are gonna see finally the first real bear market for Bitcoin. But I mean, let me explain. Let me elaborate. Okay, let me explain. If you think this is a bear market, you are wrong, my friend. This is just a very healthy correction in weekly basis. So all the pullbacks here, all of them, yeah, all of them in the past, they were just corrections in weekly chart. So the average crash for Bitcoin in the weekly basis was 87, 86, 85%, as you can see here. Thinking in weekly basis, okay, weekly correction. But here, this price action right now is telling us, well, maybe we are gonna see finally the first monthly correction for Bitcoin. Yeah. So if weekly chart was 80, 85, 86%, what do you think is gonna happen if Bitcoin has a monthly correction? Think about it, right? So I am not saying Bitcoin is gonna break right now. Price action, remember, price action on time is not healthy for Bitcoin getting rejected 1, 2, 3 times by the MA55, closing below the moving average 200 in weekly chart. So, well, this is looking more like a continuation. And also, in the 3 months, in just 1 week left, remember, very important. If we want to see a reversal for Bitcoin, if you're an investor and you believe in Bitcoin because Bitcoin will hit 1 million, because actually that is a fact, people, they are thinking Bitcoin eventually will hit 1 million. That's why I will be very happy just shorting Bitcoin for a while. As I said before, if you want to understand more about psychology of trading, you can listen to my podcast, because actually in my podcast, actually I'm talking more about psychology of trading more than technical analysis. So if you listen to the podcast and also you watch my charts, I think maybe for you it's gonna be easier for you to understand how the psychology of trading and also technical analysis combine. You can combine the tools because they are very powerful. You can even get better results in the long term. But think about this. Right now, all the people from 2020, they are not losing. They are not losing nothing. People who bought at 10K, they are totally fine. They say, oh, it's okay. We are around 100% up from 10K. No problem at all, right? But if Bitcoin breaks or crash like the average price of 86, 65%, from this point, around 85 is should be around 9K, 10K. So that is the real party for Bitcoin is gonna start. Why? Because as I said before, I wanna see real panic from all the people who bought here. Yeah, I wanna see a real panic. Not yet. I think Bitcoin has a very good chance. So let's talk about the last time frame. Is the 3-month chart. 3-month chart, remember, is a price action for actually this year and maybe 6 months, a minimum 6 months of the next year, maybe all 2023. Wait for it because I'm gonna launch very soon my prediction for 2023. Remember, it's not like tradition, no, but last year I did it in October 1st, I think. My I think it was in November, but if everything is okay, I will do it every year. And well, that is my plan. October 1st, I'm gonna release my prediction for every year, the next year for Bitcoin. So I will do it. So far, so good. My technical analysis for 2022 was working very good. Actually, it's working perfect. My final target, of course, is 14K. So if Bitcoin hits 14K, so far, it's gonna be one of the best calls in my career as a trader because I did it 1 year before. So let's talk about the 3-month chart. 3-month chart, this game is very simple. As you can see here, very, very simple technical analysis. You don't have to be, expert to understand this. Every time Bitcoin, well, since 2019, Bitcoin tested 1, 2, 3 times, and also in 2019, 18, and 19, and 2020, one more time, yeah. Bitcoin tested the area, but never closed a candle below there. Do you realize about it? Never. Testing here, testing the mid-21 and 3-month chart, but for first time in the history, Bitcoin is about to close. It's very close. 1 week left. No more time. No more jokes. Get ready. Because for first time in the history, same as Bitcoin breaking the MA55 monthly, this asset is gonna close below the moving average MA21 and 3-month chart. I am saying Bitcoin is gonna crash? Of course not, but you can expect October, November, December, they will not be very, we will not have a happy Christmas. You know what I'm talking about, right? So there are many things, many concerning things. And also we have, as you can see, let me show you. I will just of course, this is not the value I am using for trading, but I want to show you. You use, for example, the WMA6, for example, with the curve, you will see very easy how we have one, two, 3 strikes or multiple various variants in 12 years. In some point, they will play. That's why in the SP500 you will see crashes of 50%, 40% because they are macro corrections. And well, with this sell signal fired around, yes, in January 2022, yeah. And also we have a shot in start in 3-month chart and 6-month chart. Not just we have a shot in start in 3-month chart and 6 months. I know people they don't want to listen these kind of things because it's nothing happened. Bitcoin to the moon, right? But here, this is very clear. Shooting a star here. Yeah, shooting a star here. And also this one, reversal. Yeah, well, get ready because in some point, the ME55 is around here. I don't know where. Well, technically speaking, my target should be there. We don't know where. But as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3 strikes of various variants in 3-month charts. So just careful because as I said before, wait for it. My technical analysis for Bitcoin for 2023 is not gonna be something you are expecting. Actually, no one is expecting. So I finished with my technical analysis for Bitcoin in macro timeframes. So remember, Bitcoin closing above 20K. Well, let's hope for bulls. Okay, maybe other month we can see Bitcoin fighting here, trying to hold the level here more time. Maybe yes, yeah. As you can see here, we are gonna have potential buy signal very soon. Well, bounce signal. Remember, you are following my system of trading. This is your sideways signal. The real buy signal is, or bounce signal is when you see the ADX getting negative here. And after that, yes, we can expect a test to the ME55. The range is very small, very small. The volatility is contracting here. And also in 4-hour chart, you see here, careful with setup because, well, volatility is contracting, as you can see here. It's contracting. So we can expect this week, we are going to see, I will say, a move like is enough powerful to break the range because 4-hour chart with the setup, the average move is around between $2,000 and $3,000. So if Bitcoin crash to $3,000, in this case to the downside, where is gonna be? It's gonna be 19, 18, 17K. I mean, testing the previous low here in June, around here. Well, let me tell you something. You are thinking this is support because it's the last one. No, this is not support. It's gonna break down. But if Bitcoin will see the breakout, $3,000 up, yeah, from this point around here, yeah, it's around 19, around $20,000, 500 around there. Our maximum maybe 21. But even with this move, 10% move, like, oh wow, Bitcoin to the moon, is not gonna change anything. If you really want to see reversals, you have to see one moment. Oh, sorry, my pets. You know, I have pets. Okay, so as you can see here, the volatility is contracting. Okay, the volatility is contracting. So we can expect a major move is coming, at least in short term, $3,000. In this case, to the upside. If you really want to see reversals, I mean higher time frames, we have to see Bitcoin about 24, and well, it's gonna be difficult actually. It's gonna be difficult. Bitcoin has a very hard task right now. Okay, so let's continue. And I'm gonna continue with the USD dominance as usual, because well, USD dominance is very bullish, and I will be bullish, I think, all this year. As you can see here, well, we have in the short term, of course, maybe we are gonna see a sell signal potentially, yes. But let me show you the 1-day chart. 1-day chart, we have a various averages forming. Yeah, we have to think about this. Okay, that's why I'm looking for a bounce for Bitcoin. Various averages always respect the divergence. Maybe this week, potentially yes. So this is gonna be just a pullback, yeah, to test the mid 55 around here, and after that, continuation. Okay, that's it. No more than that. Okay, and also this could be fake out. Why? Because the ADX is still positive and is very strong. And also we have what we have. Look at this. We have the OBB crossing the seller line here. The mid 55, sorry, this is bullish as well. It's getting momentum. And how the closing by the chart. Okay, let me show you. This is, my friend, this is continuation. So maybe that better divergence is forming this dominance is just my imagination. Why? Because this is not today, not yesterday. I think around in September, I mean in the first week of September, I said the projection is like this, right? Like this. Okay. So I am looking for new highs actually for this asset around maybe 11, 10, 11, I don't know, around here, this area. That is a setup I'm looking for, maybe at least started to the previous high, but I am still bullish for USD dominance. So as long as we see this signal, this signal is going to apply for all the next month. I'm still bullish. And let me show you the weekly chart. Well, let me show you. Testing the seller line here. And do you see USD dominance breaking down? No, right? So this is like this. Okay, we are gonna see outer cloud here, something like this, the next 2-3 months, and potentially a new ATA, and finally Bitcoin breaking down. Okay, that is my expectation. Of course, I could be wrong. Yes, of course. As usual, yes, but I don't think so. Look at this. Wonderful, beautiful chart of continuation, invalidating here the sell signal here. Any close, I will say any close below above 70.7, 75 around there in 1 week. Wait for it, because this is gonna be new all-time high in the next 2 months. terrible for Bitcoin. Terrible. I mean, this is gonna be very, very bad. As you can see here, the sell signal, we are gonna see a validation, of course, eventually next year. Not now, not this year. Forget about it. We are gonna see a better divergence potentially, maybe the Q1 in 2023. But I need to say right now this. That pullback you will see in macro timeframes is gonna be a sell, of course, for Bitcoin as well. Okay. Why? Why? Because this is a beautiful uptrend, you see? And this asset was consolidating for, let me show you, how many months? Since 2020. Yeah, finally we saw the breakout here in 2022, March. So do you think 2 years of consolidation, just few months is enough? Of course not. Of course not. This asset, using dominance, is gonna keep trending at least maybe 1 year. So all 2023. But as I said before, wait for it in my prediction for Bitcoin in 2023. Okay, so let's continue. I will talk about, well, this time is gonna be the altcoins, because this time I think it's very important to talk about the SP500. SP500, as expected, remember, let me show you. The projection was how? Here, right? As a trader, I am very happy. I am very proud of myself, honestly, as a trader, right? So let me show you here. Oh, what is this? Okay, good. Let me show you this. As a trader, I am very happy about this. Why? Because when the SP500 was here, right, in August, here, I said, I know you're bullish. I know you're bullish. I know you. I know you. I can smell it. But this is like this. Okay? The bottom is in, blah, 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 blah. You know, right? You know that. And after that, what happened? Well, let's see. Well, is this kind of moments when you feel very, very happy about your technical analysis, right? Now, what is next? Well, target hit, done. Perfect. Now let's remove everything and start over again. Okay? Again, we have to work again in this technical analysis, and I will do it here. Okay, so first of all here, we have, well, let me show you. Sell signal here, very powerful sell signal here, as you can see here. Yeah, ADX positive here, above the trend level. This is continuation, my friend. Okay, of course we are gonna see a bounce. Of course, makes sense. Maybe in one day chart we are gonna see a bounce, maybe 3,800, 900, whatever. But as long as the signal is still on in weekly basis, you can expect the next 3 months is gonna be painful for the stock market. Now, the good news, yes, good news. We don't have it right now, but eventually, if you see other leg down here, other leg down for the SP500, same as Bitcoin, we are gonna have a bullish divergence in some point. Not now, not today, maybe in 2023, maybe in the Q1 in 2023. So, because SP500, I am expecting something like this. So what does that mean? Well, SP500 is gonna make new lows. Okay, we will see new lows potentially. Okay, so this is a weekly chart, right? Now let's talk about the monthly, because the monthly is gonna close very soon, in just 1 week. So, well, beautiful, wonderful rejection, not just 1, 2, 3, 4 months rejection by the MA21 at $4,000. Remember what I said? Same as Bitcoin. When Bitcoin was at 24K, SP500 was at $4,000. Right now, with this close, my friend, this is continuation. First target should be 3,500. Yes, if this area breaks, well, the second part of the big short. Okay? Simple. And that is something like people, they are not expecting. And me too, because I was not there in 2008, right? In 2008, I was not there, but the setup is there. And I have a very, very beautiful setup for shorts, actually. Something, I mean, if I am right with this, I will show you by the end of this live stream. It's very simple, but well, let's see, because we have similar conditions as like 2008, okay? So any close below 3,800 by the end of the month, this is going to be continuation, and the first target should be 3,500. And also the 3-month chart is going to close. Let's talk about this. This is a wonderful continuation where the MA21 around 3,400 is going to be. And also let me see. We have what we have here. We have a sell signal here. We have a sell signal, and in the next close, we are gonna have the first test, potentially the first test, or maybe could break. Break here the MA55 in OBB. So what is it telling me? Well, if we study the past, well, let's see what happened when last time when the SP500 broke the MA55 in OBB, and also here the same. So the first time was in 2001. Yeah. What happened with the stock market? Oh my God! Wow, beautiful crash, 36%. Breaking the MA55 in OBB here. Yeah, in 2008. What happened here? Well, 48% crash. So watch, careful. You see? That's why when I said, oh, I have 1 year of experience trading. Okay, you're a newbie. Yeah. Maybe 5 years, after 5 years of experience trading, maybe you can start saying, okay, yeah, I have some experience. So as you can see here, well, if this signal fires, I mean the next close, and also in this case, SP500 breaks $3,500, well, you will see in maybe 5 years the second part of the movie, The Big Short. Okay, so let's talk about in short-term time frames. Okay, 1-day chart. 1-day chart, as I said before, I am looking for a bounce. Of course, yes, because I cannot be bearish here. I cannot be. Here, if you're thinking too short, of course, is because you are in FOMO. No. First of all, remember, stop hunting. If the market breaks here, of course, maybe it will trigger maybe a potential capitulation, maybe yes. But here, as a trader, I cannot be bearish. At least I will start looking for a bounce. As I said before, 3,800, 3,900. Of course, it's a very... It could happen, maybe yes. Technically speaking, we have a Bollinger variance forming right now from this point, and this point. Yeah, so we can start looking for at least 3,800, but that's it, no more than that. After that, continuation to the downside. Okay, so that is, of course, that is my perspective. I could be wrong, yes, but the trend is your friend, and this asset is gonna break down. Of course, first of all, I'm looking for a bounce. Now, in 4-hour chart, what I can tell you, wonderful, beautiful Bollinger variance, 2 strikes, 1, 2. 2 strikes actually is very rare to see this in setup in OBB. Usually I see just 1. And also we have our Bollinger variance. No, we don't have a Bollinger variance in 4-hour chart. Weird. Actually, weird. The problem with this Bollinger variance in OBB is like it will take at least double, 2-3 times more than the normal Bollinger variance in curve. So the other thing I can tell you here is, as long as, of course, no shorts here. No shorts in short term, of course not. And if you want to trade this, wait for the signal, right? See, ADX negative here, darker purple here, and the projection should be around 3,800 and no more than that. After that, continuation to the downside. Okay, so we have the 5-day chart also, and this is continuation. As you can see, we have sell signal. We have to see, in order to see this asset, the Bollinger variance potential in weekly chart, we have to see new lows. So $3,640 is gonna break in some point, maybe next week. So every time when the OBB in 5-day chart is breaking the zero line, the bottom is in. No, you can do it by yourself. Especially if you are Patreon member, of course, of this, you're supporting this channel, you have access to this indicator. You can do it by yourself. You see? And also, the biggest difference with Bitcoin, because we have 2 examples or 3, with SP500 we have many. So you can do some back testing, and you will realize every time when SP500 in 5-day chart is breaking this area, the zero line, what happened? Well, let me show you. Crash. Okay, so if the SP500 close, actually right now we have the, remember, OBB, for one reason, very powerful reason, is my lead indicator, because usually OBB is gonna tell you, it depends on the time frame, right? It could be 4 hours, maybe 4 hours before, or 8 hours before, or higher time frames, maybe 1 month before, something like that, the move. So in this case, here, following just OBB here, also with EDX positive here, the slope is positive about 23 level, closing below $3,600 is gonna trigger a major move where the target, of course, call me crazy, yes, because, well, for me it's normal, right? For crypto and many things, people call me crazy, especially for these kind of things. But after that, just they are quiet. If we follow this signal, well, 40% crash from this point, the signal right now, no BB, should be around $2,200. Okay. That is something like, honestly, as a trader, I will be very happy if we see this event happening maybe next month. As a trader, I will feel like finally, I mean, I think you will be very happy, right? You can project a crash like this, right? Every 12 years. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's continue. Short term, bounce. Long term, shit, garbage. Okay. Now let's continue, and let's continue with altcoins right now. Okay, you have the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is something very important, and gold. Okay, because it's very sad, but we have to check this if we want to know what could happen to Bitcoin. Well, monthly continuation. Yeah, actually, this is more clear. Actually, I really like this setup here. Any close below 280 in this week, we will trigger the first test to 268. And if this area breaks, you will see a massive move to 200 around there. Now, let me show you in monthly. Every time when, just 2 times actually. 2008, remember? November 2008. It's very funny, right? Because in 1 month, maybe if we see this crash, maybe in October, November, it's going to be almost the same. You see, breaking the solar line OBB, breaking the solar line OBB 2008, and after that, right now, well, what happened? My beautiful crash. You see here. So it's this one here. Beautiful crash, and you can see here. And also we have this is breaking down right now. So any close like this, and also breaking MA55. Remember that is the second component of this setup. Well, potentially we could have a major collapse in the markets. In my case, I will be very happy because I'm a trader. I can short. As investor, I think they will have a very hard time. Okay, so let's continue with altcoins. I'm gonna start with Ethereum as request. Okay, for our chart. Okay, short term. Short term, I am looking for a bounce, of course. I am looking for a bounce. We have a buy signal right now here. ADX negative here, and also buy signal here. Test ME55 extension. Well, if this area breaks, you will see other leg up to $1,000, 440, 50 around there. So let me show you the 1-day chart here. 1-day chart, technically speaking, we have a buy signal, well, sideways signal at least. Testing, yeah, same thing, $1,000, 500 around there. And when you see the price here, and you say, oh yeah, to the moon, Bitcoin, right? To the moon? No. This is just gonna be a bounce to what? You know the song, to keep falling. Okay. So, well, that is also because the moving average, all of them. Well, I am not using this one. The slope is negative, so this is trending. Okay. Okay, so let's continue with Solana. Solana, short term, the same thing. All the altcoins, I think they are having a bounce right now, very small bounce, but I think that bounce is gonna be just a sell. Let me show you Solana. $30, the strongest support, right? Same thing as 2019 when Bitcoin was at $6,000, and all the people said in the media actually, $6,000 is the strongest support. Let me tell you something, my friend. If you see this level tested, it's not because it's very strong. No. The rule is very simple. If you see many times the same area tested, is because it's not stronger. It's because it's weaker. It's getting weaker and weaker and weaker. A really strong support cannot be tested more than 3 times. Okay. So right now, how many tests in 1-day chart we have for $30? I don't know. Many. So this asset is just time bomb. Of course, in higher time frames, maybe we'll see, maybe in short term we will see a $34 around there, but eventually this is gonna break down. And also in 4-hour chart, let me see. We are gonna have a buy signal here, but this is just a sideways action. As you can see here, should be around $34 should be the target around here. Any close below 32, you will see outer leg down to 29, and after that potentially continuation. Let me show you the weekly chart for Solana to the moon. No. This is gonna break down. As you can see here, we have the slope is light purple, as you can see here, and be careful because the volatility is contracting. Okay, so well, any close below $30, this asset is gonna start expanding, and you will see $20 to first level. Well, after that, let's see. Okay, so I think that's it, guys. That's it for today. Let me see if I am missing something. I don't know. I don't have more requests. So recap for Bitcoin in the very short term. Well, I posted a short video about this. It was right 12 hours ago. The bounce here. Okay, very good. And after that, more sideways, as you can see here. So the trade was from this point and this point, and that's it in 4-hour chart. It's over. Okay. Bitcoin is still in sideways, and also on the chart, technically speaking, we are gonna have a potential buy signal or bounce signal, maybe potential this week. But if we see a bounce this week, we are gonna see the bounce also in the SP500. I hope so. Yeah, I think so. And this is gonna be just a sell. When you see Bitcoin at 20K, well, get ready because this is gonna be just continuation. Remember, monthly, 1 week left. That's why I said before. Last hope for Bitcoin must close about $20,000, maybe for more sideways, and reversals 24K. And not just in 1 day chart, my friend. I'm talking about reversals in weekly basis. Weekly basis is very bad. Weekly is very bad, and also the monthly for first time. And just 1 week left. In 1 week more, and we will know if the 12 years of uptrend for Bitcoin is gonna be destroyed. Okay. Well, thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow. Thank you for your support.
You heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero. Zero.